My name is Ashutosh Sharma. I'm the Vice President and Research Director at Forrester Research. COVID-19 has exposed chinks in the armor of different businesses. Businesses have realized they're not as digitally mature as they thought while going into the pandemic. So business leaders will be investing in making their businesses much more adaptive, something that will allow them to respond to changing market conditions much more flexibly, much more agilely, much more rapidly. The second thing that they will be doing will be investing in resiliency. They need to be able to continue to operate and continue to deliver on their brand promise, irrespective of the crisis that they're facing. That's what resiliency is about. The third thing that they'll be investing in will be creativity, because over the years, every digital business has started to look like the other. Your competitors have that capability of copying your innovation. So creativity is something that they'll be investing in that will allow them to become much more differentiated. And they will achieve so by investing in platforms, something that they will do more so than investing in individual technologies. Second thing that they'll be investing in developing practices which make them much more innovative. And third thing that they will be investing in will be partnerships. Now, partnerships are something that you invest in because you cannot do everything by yourself. By leveraging the right sort of partners, right sort of practices, and right sort of platforms, businesses will try to become adaptive, creative, and resilient. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vatsala Kamath and I'm a business journalist. The COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on companies across the globe. Small, mid-sized companies and large companies have all had to deal with innumerable challenges. Demand shocks, supply chain disruptions, and something as overwhelming as a lockdown that brought day-to-day operations of a company to a standstill. And when economies opened up, the same companies had to restart their operations in a jiffy. So the key learning from this pandemic, I believe, is to have cash on books, conserve cash to be able to meet requirements as and when they are needed and where they are needed the most. Now, within this overarching principle, I would think the way forward is to budget more for digitalization and automation. We all know that work from home has worked wonders for companies. Online meetings, product launches, online factory inaugurations have all met with success. What more, we have even had onboarding of employees through the pandemic. Hiring and training has worked very well. So as we go forward, investments into travel, investments and budgeting for entertainment may be trimmed by companies, but the need for investments into security, cyber security and data security would be of utmost importance. Having said this, we are still cruising through the pandemic, and the low interest rates we see today, the low cost of funds may not be here to stay for long, in which case companies may be required to have very flexible budgets to be able to tweak budgets as the economy moves forward within the new dynamics and the new challenges that it unfolds as we probably accept a new normal in the economy. Thank you.
COVID-19 has definitely changed the way we work and how. With an engineering headcount of close to 4,000 people, this meant a paradigm shift, an almost overnight shift in our operations. And one of the most significant was the transition to remote working. This meant a relook at various aspects around workspace requirements for the future. For Budget 2021, we have already factored in various cost reduction measures around office space rentals, administrative costs around transportation and office facilities, in addition, of course, to the intangible benefits of improved productivity and efficiency in the majority of the workforce. As a CFO operating in the automotive domain, I think that the imperatives for the next year would be linked to perhaps Industry 4.0, R&D growth, and investments in business growth and technology. Having said that, from an overall perspective, there are a couple of areas where, keeping in mind again the domain that we operate in, we will not compromise. These areas would be costs related to personnel and quality related cost. Zero compromise in these areas, as these remain our growth pillars for the future.
Hi, this is Mainak Das from autofintechs.com. Talking about the budget for investment in the post-COVID-19 world, we are certainly going to see a lot of changes, especially in the manufacturing sector. The manufacturing industry that were heavily relying on human power instead of technology in India have suffered heavily during the lockdown in India due to the coronavirus pandemic. On the other hand, the companies that were relying on technology instead of manpower didn't suffer that much. Hence, I believe in the post-COVID-19 world, the companies will focus more on technology upgrade. The investment will be channelized to the sectors like artificial intelligence, smart manufacturing, Industry 4.0, machine learning, etc. This way, these manufacturing companies will make themselves a bit future-proof in case such kind of crisis arises again. On the other hand, another major change we will see in the mortar and brick sector. Every company spends a whole lot of money on mortar and brick sector. But in the new era, as the companies are sending a part of their workforce to new work culture like hybrid work pattern, like work from home, the companies are facing the need of better IT infrastructure. In that case, I believe the companies will focus more on developing better IT infrastructure instead of investing more on mortar and brick offices. These are the two major changes I believe we will see in the post-COVID-19 world when it comes to making budget allocations for investment. Thank you.